James, here's a look at Run 1 GS on Inferno. James.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, that was a nice crash. Take a look at that again. But before we look at that, we've talked about this, how we're very hippie. We really don't use much ankles and knees, and the dumping the hip in coincides with a pretty big counter, meaning kind of rotating away from the direction of the turn. And you see this in your tuck. I mean, the tuck has to be, creating an aerodynamic. We call it a bullet tuck because obviously now our hands have to be in front of us. So we're blocking, the air. So the air kind of goes, around us, right? I mean, if your hands are out in front of you, you hope to force that air to go, around and every which way that way, because we got a bullet out in front, and then the point of the bullet. But this is not really helping, right? I mean, your whole body is being exposed to the wind per se, right? Because it's not in any type of aerodynamic position. So, but it's going to start with we got to widen the feet. We have to use ankles and knees, not the hip initially, and we got a little more square to the skis in the direction of travel than this, big kind of counter. You're every turn. You're facing that way. Well, you need to face a little bit more here. All right. You made a good attempt at this gate. This was not an easy one right here. This right footer, I can't really quite see. There you are. It was a good attempt here. It was just ended up to be the tough gate. Ended up to be just a little bit too round and off the panel, right? It was close. If you really stood on that outside ski right here, you can see you kind of went to the inside, right? You can see the ski scissoring. Right, the ski's going, that way a little bit. Didn't draw that well, but that ski's, kind of going this way. So you get that V going. So just starting on the inside ski initially, and then we get to the outside ski just kind of late. So it doesn't really come around fast enough. So right now you're down below the panel. We like to be in that position, right up here. So we're taking that nice, proper high line to the next gate. So the next gate where the problem came in, because you came in too low, there's not enough space right there. You had to be, a yard up the hill in that position. So therefore, you got sucked down low into the soft stuff. Your left foot kind of got caught in it right there. And I thought you were doing a split through the panel, but oh my gosh, what a save. A 360 whirly bird. That was amazing. You're like, after that, you're like, you know what? I'm going to go for a rest. But it all worked out. You saved. Great save. But again, let's really think about using ankles and knees first. We have to edge our skis from the snow up, ankles and knees, and then we're going to move the hip in and just be a little more square to our direction of travel with our upper body. But, we have to kind of change the entire way that you edge your skis, because dumping the hip in combined with that big counter, which the counter is part of that, and that's, you're not the first to do this, but we really got to really focus on changing that.